In RD, Scoilmhuir na Trócaire decided to convert part of their school grounds into an organic food-producing garden. Today, some of the pupils are showing Ian the progress they've made in the garden since the project began.
They're very confusing, these, but that means it's going to actually be quite a big apple tree. And as you can see, it's blossoming well this year, so it might have some fruit. You might not let it fruit too heavily this year. In other words, if it's looking like it's going to have 30 fruits, reduce it down to 10.
The pupils in 5th class planted apple trees last year and have been carefully minding the trees.
We've got recycled bottles and we cut them up, and they've kind of gone around to protect the tree from squirrels, hares, that kind of thing. Because the hares eat the bottom of the tree and that will only kill the tree.
The apple trees have been a success, and the pupils are keen to plant more fruit shrubs like blackcurrants and gooseberries in the rest of the garden. The pupils start by measuring out the planting area and space the fruit shrubs at 1 metre intervals.
We had a kind of a square put out.
Okay, so maybe just...
Then they dig holes for each plant and add compost before setting them into the ground.
Go.
Finally, the pupils place cardboard around the base of the plants to prevent weeds growing so that the shrubs can grow stronger.
So at the moment we're actually doing length in maths, so they're working on metres and centimetres today. So they were able to judge there, you know, the distance between the metres because we've done that in class. So yeah, there's definitely links there, and as well as science, and I'm sure you could link it into geography with the local environment as well.
Hedgerows are an important part of the Irish landscape and can be found in the grounds of many schools. They provide a valuable habitat for wildlife and allow pupils to study biodiversity in the garden.
So when you've got hawthorns, you've got native flowers in the spring for insects and stuff, and you've got berries for the birds, and fantastic nesting. Who wants to throw their hand in there to try and get a bird's nest? Me. You don't actually, because you'll come out shredded. There's another thing you can do with hawthorns if you're a poor child going to school without sweets, is eat them. Don't want to try eating a hawthorn bush.
Does it taste like anything?
Sure.
It tastes like grass. Grass and leaves.
Here is another one.
Be sure to only let pupils eat plants that you know are safe.
Lovely.
The pupils also planted a herb garden last year, which the school are keen to develop further.
So it'll be your project in school to find the Irish names and also then to find the uses for the herbs.
Last year, the school enjoyed a bumper harvest from their vegetable garden, and the pupils are hoping to repeat this success.
Do you remember we did about the food pyramid?
Yeah.
And was there wheat on the food pyramid?
Yes.
And was it in the very healthy part of the food pyramid, Laura? Can you remember?
It helps you to grow and to be able to do lots of sports.
I think like any theme you can take in school, you can integrate it in a cross-curricular way, but the gardening, I have to say, we found it really lends itself to that. We had a WSE here last autumn, which obviously no teacher looks forward to, but we were able to take our pupils out on maths trails, and we even had some creative writing around the apples and the orchard. It's a very integral part of SESE, environmental care and awareness, so we find it's a very useful addition and facility to our school.